Hey everyone, it's Charlie and Allie. It's pretty hot today, so we're gonna go to my parents' house and go swimming in their pool. But before we do that, we're gonna go and we're gonna tie-dye some shirts that we bought because we've been having some 90s nostalgia.
These are the bags for when we're done with put it in the bag. Make sure they're all open. Look at that! We use blue and purple and red.
Are you licking the Kool-Aid? There's no sugar in it, right?
It's pure sugar.
Wait, you made like Kool-Aid with it?
Yeah.
Sugar?
You just add the Kool-Aid powder with water. That makes Kool-Aid.
Wait, no. Do you know how to make Kool-Aid, right?
How?
You mix sugar, water, and a Kool-Aid packet, and that's what makes Kool-Aid.
The sugar was already in it.
No, okay, so it's not like full-on Kool-Aid.
Guess not.
What colors are you hoping to make yours? Mostly blue and pink.
Purple.
Purple? Color of royalty.
Purple's my favorite color.
Eating it.
Cleaning it up. What colors are you gonna make yours?
I don't know, but I'm gonna start with purple. Family favorite.
On our way.
Earlier this week we looked at a car because we want to buy a pop-up camper because we're getting really sick of just sitting at the house. And there's a dealership by us that had a 2003 Chevy Trailblazer with like 80,000 miles on it. So I went and checked it out.
And it was super clean inside too.
It's super clean. So one thing you have to understand about our area is the city we live in backs up a very affluent neighborhood, and they're typically older and wealthy, right? So they have different things that just kind of sit. People have boats that have just been sitting in their garages for, I don't know, 10, 15 years, where they take them out like maybe once a year, or, you know, do whatever they're going to do with it, and then they're just done. So when they either pass away or decide that they're going to, you know, move on from that, they sell these super low mileage or super low use recreational vehicles or even cars. And so this neighborhood, the former owner, gave this car or traded this car in to this dealership, so it only had 80,000 miles on it. And I really want to buy it because we want to do this travel trailer. We want to get out of there. We want to buy a pop-up camper.
Make memories.
Yes, and right now with everything being shut down, the safest way that we feel that we can do this is not by going into a hotel, but by, you know, kind of creating our own space and going somewhere else. So I went and I checked it out, and it drove amazing. So I loved it. It was clean. There's like a couple like lines of rust because it's 17 years old, but we really want it because it can tow like 6,000 pounds, and everything was clean. Like even the floors, all the fabric, everything was nice. But when I got done with the test drive, I decided I was gonna open up the engine and do all that stuff, and I could hear this loud clicking sound in the front end of the engine, and it was right where the belts were that you would check, you know. And I decided to bring it up to the dealership. You know, the car's 17 years old. I don't want to spend the money for a car.
Have the engine just explode when you attach the trailer.
Right, you don't want to buy this old car outright and then just like explode when you're driving home. I asked them if they would reduce the price, or at the very least go take a look, because I was willing to buy it cash that day. And he said, no, you can put a deposit down and I'll get to it eventually. So I was like, you know what, you don't really want to make this sale.
Right.
And that's fine. I mean, if they don't want to sell the car, they don't want to sell the car. So I came back and I said, well, why don't you just give me this car at this price? I'm going to trade in one of our cars. And the guy didn't want to budge. So I was like, okay, well, this is my final price. I gave him my final price. And he came back and he said, well, with your trade-in, and since you want a powertrain warranty, let me give you my final price. He gave me the final price, and it was like $100 less than the asking price. I was so insulted. So insulting.
Something will come along that's better than that, I feel like. Because we want to trade in that car that we washed.
Yeah, we want to trade in the Fusion that we washed, that the windshield busted on.
Yeah. No
And I
radio,
told
no
him
air
all about it,
conditioning.
but it's okay. We don't care. That car has like almost 160,000 miles.
Yeah.
And it's just time to get
It's
it.
ready to go.
It's ready to go. What I did find out after going on the internet is that the 2003, 2004 models of the Chevy Trailblazer, they have a clicking sound in the belts.
Are you serious?
I'm not kidding you. So,
He was probably like, he has no idea. This is normal.
well, no, this guy didn't know either. And so I think what's going to happen is I'm going to wait until the price drops, and I'll come in, and then I'll probably try to make a deal if it's still around. I was going to give it like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So if it's still around in 2 weeks, we just want a pop-up camper because we don't know how interested in camping we are. But we'll get there eventually.
I've never been camping my whole life. Well, I shouldn't say that. Well, being in a cabin's not camping, is it?
It's like camping and luxury.
Then I've been once, KOA.
I've never been anything except for tent camping. And I hate that. I absolutely hate tent camping. So I just need something a little bit more to get me off the ground, where I can actually cook and not be in a fire. But eventually we'll get one and it'll be fine. Put Henry back inside since he's a hat thief. Done swimming, so now we're gonna have some pizza for dinner. Ain't that right, Jeffrey? Are we gonna have pizza? Are you gonna have pizza with Granny and Peepaw? Wrapping up on a long day at Granny and Peepaw's, swimming in the pool, eating pizza. It's been fun, and in the words of the Beach Boys, keep picking up those good vibrations.
Love you guys.
By the way, you have to use vinegar when you do tie-dye. Have a good night.